Orders, Herr Doctor. Go and get the other one. This one is almost finished.
Jawohl.
Now, let's try it again, shall we? Who do you work for?
Return to Castle Wolfenstein was probably one of my favorite PS2 games, even with all the bugs and poor graphics quality, and thanks to Steam, I get to enjoy this game the way it was intended. Return to Castle Wolfenstein was originally released in 2001 and was met with instant praise and critical acclaim. The thing about this game is, it's still as good as it was in 2001. Times may have changed, but the quality of gameplay, the mechanics, and the well-designed levels are still a treat to experience. You play as an investigator taken prisoner who's just face-stabbed his way one step closer to freedom. You then have to escape the confines of the wolves prison where you were taken. Initially you were gathering information on the enemy's paranormal division, but now that you're struggling to survive, you'll have to fight against it. So I'm noticing that most games that stray from the traditional take of World War II end up with the Nazis messing around with science and the occult and coming out the other end with dinosaur demons. Whatever they end up with, it's your job to take them down. I have always and probably will always love this game. It consistently manages to transfer a sense of urgency and terror with tension instead of a jack-in-the-box approach. id worked as a producer of sorts to navigate the game's direction, but left the actual meat of the development to Grey Matter Interactive and Nerve Software. One of the great things about this title is how the single and multiplayer were developed by two different companies. Now that might seem worrisome, like the overall tone of the game might not carry over from the single player, but both facets of the game feel cohesive and at the same time completely independent. It's interesting to look back on this title and realize that even though it's 10 years old, Return to Castle Wolfenstein does AI and enemies better than some current first-person shooters. Enemies feel challenging and tricky, but difficulty selection gives you exactly what you'd expect. I always loved the game's tone that allowed me to feel anxious and antsy, but Return to Castle Wolfenstein always rewarded a more careful playthrough. Deciding to knock something over or shoot someone versus stabbing them could be the difference between life and death. Situational scores have quickly become my favorite kind of tracks in video games. I like it when I'm hearing something that accurately matches the emotion behind the current gameplay, instead of just being a generic song that encompasses the time period. Giving a Nazi cause to notice you quickens the pace of the music and urges you to move quickly before he hits the alarm, which just brings more Nazis and quite a large headache. For anyone who's played this game, it's easy to look back on it with fondness. Finding a game that has a great single-player campaign and a solid multiplayer setup can prove to be troublesome, but you don't need to look any further than Return to Castle Wolfenstein. With a title that is well-rounded and offers a robust multiplayer mode, Return to Castle Wolfenstein really speaks for itself. The whole game is just great. It's intuitive, simple, properly designed, has heart and attitude. Good lord, I love this game. This title is included in the QuakeCon pack currently on sale through Steam, with 33 other titles for $70, but the discounted rate for just this game is $7.49, with the full price being $10. It's worth it, that's the bottom line. Return to Castle Wolfenstein is a great game that's well made, and I can guarantee it's a title you don't want to be without. There's one more day in QuakeCon and one more review to look forward to in this tribute.
Doubled the gather on the big side.